Indian Space Research Organization's most recent lunar exploration mission,
Chandrayaan 3
landed successfully on the moon last week after being launched over 40 days ago. It stands as a remarkable example of India's progress in space research, highlighting what can be accomplished even with limited financial resources. This technological marvel not only advances our understanding of space but also showcases the possibilities when innovation meets determination. When we skim through different news articles and media outlets, it becomes evident that the stated purpose of lunar missions often revolves around the concept of conducting experiments. However, this explanation appears somewhat lacking, particularly considering the recent decline in both frequency and success rates of such missions worldwide. This video delves into the foundation of India's commitment to space research, their progress in developing technologies for interplanetary missions, the profound significance of Chandrayaan 3, and what lies ahead for the Indian Space Research Organization.
India is on the moon.
Being the closest celestial body to our planet, Moon has captivated humanity for centuries. But it wasn't until the Soviet Union sent the first human to space in 1961 that the Moon became a focus of exploration. With the Cold War tensions on the rise, US began working on reaching the Moon first.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
And just after 8 years in 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first man to walk on the Moon's surface. Plotting a graph of lunar missions over the years reveals a significant surge in lunar investments during the Cold War era. In fact, a remarkable percentage of total lunar missions took place within this relatively short time frame. This raises a crucial question. What prompted the global shift away from lunar exploration? Furthermore, what drives India's current investment in lunar missions, especially when many nations are shying away from such pursuits? While theories about extraterrestrial conspiracies are intriguing, their reality is much simpler. Factors like East Cold War tensions, shifting priorities, budget constraints, and pursuit of other scientific goals led to the ultimate decline in lunar missions. In the midst of these changes, India's National Space Agency embarked on its own journey. In 2003, the nation's interest in lunar, planetary, and crewed missions was sparked by China's successful launch of humans into space. Just 5 years later, in 2008, Chandrayaan 1 was sent alone, becoming the first to successfully hard land on the Moon's south pole. Chandrayaan 1's objective included mineralogical and chemical imaging, searching for lunar water, identifying chemicals in lunar rocks, and mapping the lunar surface. Using NASA's M3 spectrometer, it confirmed the indisputable existence of water on the Moon for the first time. With an estimated cost of 386 crore rupees or $88.73 million, Chandrayaan 1 was intended to survey the lunar surface over a span of 2 years. However, after almost a year, the orbiter started experiencing several technical issues, including failure of star tracker and poor thermal shielding. On August 28, 2009, around 8 p.m. UTC, Chandrayaan 1 stopped communicating. Shortly after which, ISRO officially concluded the mission. After the largely successful Chandrayaan 1, discussions about its sequel Chandrayaan 2 began in collaboration with Russia's space agency Roscosmos. While India took charge of the orbiter, rover, and launch, Roscosmos was set to contribute the lander. However, delays arose due to Russia's inability to develop the lander within the designated time frame, prompting India to pursue the lunar mission independently. The cost of Chandrayaan 2 was estimated to be 9.78 billion rupees or $141 million, and its primary objective include a comprehensive exploration of lunar topology, mineralogy, exosphere, and elemental distribution. Going further, the mission aimed to unlock the secrets of the Moon's south pole, gauging the thickness of the soil and crafting detailed 3D maps of the lunar surface. Facing delays and challenges, Chandrayaan 2 finally took off on July 22, 2019 with a planned landing on September 6th. Unfortunately, during the critical landing phase, a software glitch emerged, resulting in the lander's devastating crash. Following the setbacks of Chandrayaan 2's crash, ISRO shifted its focus to their next endeavor, Chandrayaan 3, intending to continue the objectives of its predecessor. Drawing insights from the crash, enhancements were implemented, including redundant electronics, more robust batteries, increased propellant, and newer sensors. With an estimated budget of 721 crore rupees or $90 million, Chandrayaan 3 stands as the most cost-efficient lunar exploration mission till date. The architecture of Chandrayaan 3 encompasses three core components working in harmony. Firstly, the propulsion module responsible for transporting the lander and rover to a lunar orbit of 100 km, following which the Vikram lander is entrusted with achieving a precise soft landing. And lastly, the Pragyan rover, designed to conduct multiple measurements for the advancement of lunar research. Launched on 14th July 2023 from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh, Chandrayaan 3 reached lunar orbit on August 5. On 17th August, the lunar lander separated from the propulsion module, commencing the mission's final phase. At last, on 23rd August 2023, the lander accomplished a successful touchdown. This accomplishment marked a historic milestone, positioning India as the fourth nation to achieve a successful soft lunar landing and establishing Chandrayaan 3 as the first spacecraft to reach the Moon's south pole. Currently, the mission is ongoing and anticipated to last for 14 Earth days. In recent times, the impressive progress made by India's space agency, both in lunar and Mars missions, have positioned them strongly for the journey ahead. With significant upcoming missions, including Chandrayaan 1, their first orbiter to Venus, Mangalyaan 2, the sequel to their Mars orbiter, and Gaganyaan, their first crewed spaceflight, India's bold initiatives mark them as a key player in the ever-expanding global space arena. Their initiatives not only fuel economic growth and technological innovation, but also pave the way for new job opportunities. Their success isn't just a source of national pride, it's the start of a fresh era that's bound to inspire generations. These achievements extend beyond borders, sparking inspiration worldwide and encouraging other nations to dive into space technology. As we conclude, remember that these accomplishments are more than just missions. They are steps into a future that holds promise for all of humanity.